Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of Other Duties as Assigned. We're going to continue our look at the new year. And today we're going to talk about new goals and how we can leverage goals and goal setting and kind of the overall structure of how you run your building to maybe find some more growth and to find some ways to improve. So I just want to talk you through, these are all short, they're 10 minutes long, so we're not going to get a ton in the weeds, but we will get a little bit into kind of how we've implemented that plan and how we're in the process of implementing that plan right now here in this building. So, as we talk about goals, what I've often found is I like for things to all fit together and not to be doing this thing over here and this thing over here and this thing down here, and they're not connected. Because I think when you're disconnected, when you do something, you're like, okay, are we doing it to work on this? Or are we doing it to work on this? Versus, hey, we're doing this thing that's working on what we're doing. And, trying to keep that main thing the main thing. And so in our district, we have goals that are set each year by the school board. Then each school sets their own goals that go with those. And that's still going to be a central theme for us. We're going to still do that, but I'm going to get even more granular in that plan so that I can get more focused growth and get more people bought into the goal. So school board set the school board goals. We don't set those. But what we're going to do and what we're in the process of doing is that our building leadership team, our administrators, department chairs, and to be honest, anyone who wants to be a part of that will get together and we're going to look at last year's goals. We're going to look at our achievement data, look at that GPS dashboard here in the state of Indiana for our school and look to see where we can get better. And through that process of looking to see how we can get better and where we can get better, more importantly, I want to set our new goals. And I think that needs to be a team effort. I have in my mind some areas of focus and things that are important. Some of those will go into goals. Some of those will just still be areas of focus that maybe aren't articulated as a goal. And so what we'll do is we're going to take those goals that we decide as a building are critical to us kind of achieving the next step in our evolution and see how they marry with the district goals. And we want to align those. If there's a goal that we think we need to do and that doesn't fit, that's a problem. And we need to think about that strategically about what that means. Again, we're going to work on that as a group. And so we're going to take school board goals, turn them into our school goals. I'm going to take that a step farther, and I know that some of the requirements of the school improvement plan in Indiana have evolved over the years, but I think those school goals that we're setting have to fit into our school improvement plan. Do they all need to be there? Probably not, but we need to see overlap. We need to see that these are the goals that we're seeing as a school that we're saying is important, and we're trying to show the areas that we're going to improve from our data, and those should match or at least have some significant overlap. And so while every goal may not fit directly with a piece of data that we're looking to improve, the ones that do definitely need to find their way into the school improvement plan. Some of these goals may even support some of the data that we're trying to improve. There may be some overlap there as well. So we're going to take the district goals and our data to create our school goals that will then both be their own document, but will also find their way into our school improvement plan, which I think is going to give the school improvement plan more teeth and more of a working document that's meaningful to our staff and our students. And I think that's key. And then the other piece that we'll talk into this whole thing is we're going to take it one step farther. And I am very, one of my central things that is important to me is growth and getting better. And that's for students and for staff. I would hate to think that I'm the same administrator, teacher, educator that I was 23 years ago. Okay. I want to think of all the ways that I've grown and gotten better and gotten wiser. I've learned from mistakes, all those things, right? So I would hope that we're all doing that and we're all growing. And not only that, but I tried new things and they worked and that made me better. And sometimes I tried new things and they didn't work. And that also made me better because I learned and I attacked ways to make things better. So my point in saying that is we're going to take this document that is school board goals, school goals, and then we're going to ask every one of our educators, every one of our teachers in this building. And I think we'll extend it even that farther to our not only our certified staff, but our classified staff. We're going to ask them to set a goal for the year, something they're going to work to get better at. And we want that goal to be in alignment with one of our school goals. And so, here's our list of school goals that we're trying to accomplish under the umbrella of the district goals. I want every teacher to align their goal to try to help us find improvement in one of the other goals. Let's say we have a goal about attendance. One of our classified staff in the office may write their goal to help with attendance tracking, or they might write a goal to help, to say about contacting families, or writing attendance contracts may be a goal. But we're going to try to get those in alignment. If one of our goals as a building is about the SAT scores or about our students finding success in our CTE pathways, then there may be a teacher out here who's writing a goal to sit in alignment with that. And so that's how we're trying to we're trying to have connective tissue between all of this so that we're creating that momentum that we're looking for. And then teachers will work on those goals. They'll talk to their administrator, their primary evaluator, about their goal, how it's in alignment with what they're doing, and really try to have some really meaningful conversations. The best part of this is if it's done well, teachers who find success with things that they try with parent contact or student achievement or preparing for the SAT, whatever it is, they're going to then be able to share and encourage to share that with our staff, or at least within their department. And that'll build out next year's professional development, is these teachers who are having success sharing what they've learned. Maybe they're using something with AI. Maybe they're doing something with another technology, or maybe something that's not technological. Maybe it's a way that they're grouping their students in their classroom to find some more achievement. That's what we're looking to do. Additionally, and this ties into other episodes, is that I'm asking our staff to set a goal to improve themselves, something that's a personal goal, not making them turn that in and tell me what that is, but I'm asking them to create a goal for themselves, whether it's something for them, a mental health goal, maybe it's a physical goal, maybe it's taking 5 minutes of quietness every day and just being idle during their prep to just kind of help themselves ground and center. I'm encouraging that as part of this whole process so that we can really feel that there's a kind of a 1, 2, 3 approach to this of, hey, we're doing district to building to personal goals and individual teaching goals, and how all of those are in alignment top to bottom. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, and as I've seen us go through this, I've seen the school goal be disconnected from the district goal, be disconnected from the school improvement plan, and really lack the teacher buy-in that you need to really move the needle. And so the concept is, we're going to try new things. We're going to give teachers permission to try and to be successful and share and to fail and evaluate why it didn't work and how we can make it better. That's our approach to goal setting and to new goals here at Plainfield High School. And I think I don't think it's rocket science. I think it's, most of the good ideas aren't, and we're at the beginning parts of this process. It'll probably get a different iteration next year. But what I'm excited about is that there's some connectiveness between everything we're doing in every classroom to try to help us achieve our goals. So pretty excited about it. Hopefully there's a little piece there that might click with you and what you're trying to do. That's always the goal of these episodes. but just glad to take a chance to kind of talk you through what we're thinking here. Well, I hope you have a great day. Take care. And hey, as always, go back, maybe watch an old episode that you haven't seen yet. Get on YouTube and follow us and learn more on social media as well. So thank you for tuning in. And until next time.